guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Michelle Maitza. If you're just tuning in, if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate. If you're watching this for the first time, I really appreciate you too. And today we are gonna have a podcast episode with our guest here. Let her introduce themselves. So yeah, let's start.
Hey guys, first of all, thank you for having me.
Welcome.
I'm so honored to be here. Make sure you guys subscribe to Michelle's channel. My name is SERAH WARUGURU. I'm a content creator, a vlogger, a makeup artist, a feminist, a businesswoman, a lot of things, and I'm a lesbian.
Oh, good.
And I'm so honored to be here.
So nice to meet other lesbian content creators. Kwanza in
Because they're not
Kenyan
a
context.
lot, actually.
I mean, they could be a lot, but they're not out.
Okay. That's true. So how do you feel about YouTube?
I feel great. Like, I really love doing YouTube. Actually, I started YouTube in 2017. Yeah,
What?
but I was doing music covers. Then okay, that's time.
Oh my god, that's so nice.
Like that time I used to sing, and I was so passionate about it. Like, I'm still passionate about music, to be honest. But
oh my gosh, you should like sing more.
Yeah, I really will start singing again.
For real.
And that time in 2017 I started it, did some few videos, and then let imposter syndrome just do its thing.
I know about
And then
that.
I was like, you know what, this is too vulnerable, I'm running away. And then now I started again last year, 2023, around September.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
So far so good, but the growth has been slow. You know, like I feel like, but also I have myself to kind of blame a bit because I haven't been that consistent. I'm trying now. And also maybe it's because I also don't have a niche. So I feel like, am I not growing as fast because I don't have a niche, or do I just need to be more consistent, or do I need to change my content? You know, so I'm still finding that out. But I think my favorite part is making content. It makes me feel so good, so alive. I'm just like, wow, I'm gonna be vlogging today, and it's like inanifanya tu nisikie poa.
Yeah, I relate to that feeling.
Yeah, guys, so we're gonna pause on me for now.
But honestly, keep going. Don't give up. Be consistent. Be as consistent as you can, whether like it's once a week or twice a week. As I imagine it took like a year for me to hit 1,000 subscribers.
For real?
Yeah.
What?
Yep.
Hey, okay.
For real.
How did that time period feel as you were just anticipating?
I think ilikuwa too like, especially I think the thing is, especially when you compare yourself to other people and you see other people like hitting those ninis quicker, you feel so down about yourself. But ni kitu nimekuja ku learn not to compare myself, which is something I've had to learn like recently. I'm talking about maybe like in the past 1 year or so.
Okay, that's pretty recent.
Yeah, imagine. So just be consistent and just be as authentic. Do what like makes you happy. If it's the vlogs that make you happy, be consistent in them. Post them. Like, I know imposter syndrome,
It's real.
trust me.
You do go through it?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Does it ever stop?
I don't think it ever stops.
So
Okay,
it's
maybe
like,
in Africa to a point whereby it's not like as much.
Okay.
But I don't think it ever like ever goes away.
Yeah. It's something you just have to learn.
To learn how to go through it.
That's been hard.
I know.
That's been freaking hard.
I know.
Like dealing with imposter syndrome. Alafu, that comparing yourself thing. Like
Kwanza hiyo, I feel like Kwanza that's the root of just like feeling
The
like you want
syndrome.
to give up and like just be like, okay, maybe I guess this is not for me. I guess, but like I've learned how not to, everybody is on their own journey.
Yeah, true.
And you're exactly where you're meant to be at that particular time. And as long as like you're trying your best and you're doing your best, it's different when you're comparing yourself and you're not doing your best.
True.
Then you can be like, okay, that the comparison is valid. And you being at this position and them seeming to be like further ahead, on a position you want to be, it doesn't mean you won't get there. Maybe there's just a specific reason as to why uko hapa sahi. That is kama you're trying your best. That's maybe mtu mwenye who is at a certain place you're wishing for, maybe they're dealing with something that maybe you're not dealing with.
True.
And maybe if you were given that thing, you would be like, you know what, it's okay, I'm just okay being here as
maybe you wouldn't be
exactly
to deal with what they deal with, where they are.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I think like when it comes to comparing yourself, it's something that for me personally, I have to catch it. Like it happens so quick, but I have to be like, no, we're not doing that. Like, no, this is what you're doing. You focus on yourself. Compete with just you. You know, like get inspiration from other people and what they're doing.
Of course.
But I feel like that voice of comparison, especially when you're like a perfectionist, it's so easy to just
kujanga from it. Also, like has a lot to do with perfectionism. Everything has like a spectrum, and like everything like has its positive and its negative. The positive of perfectionism, it's like it can push you like to want more, but not the negative is you might not be satisfied with accepting like your efforts and like your success, like, but it would have been and sometimes it's just good to rest on like, okay, this is good enough,
this is where I'm at. Because
also perfectionism stems a lot from like not feeling good enough and like so sometimes it's so I relate. Trust you, mean it. That thing. As I'm maybe like catching myself, there's a time I would be just like I would feel, and then I had to like be like, you know what, Sawa, they're not going through the challenges
that you're going
through. The circumstances are different, the facts are different, like they're not the same. But like, and that's just okay. You have different lives, you have different missions here, like
circumstances.
Yeah, exactly, and that's okay. Like, I guess what I'm trying to say is just like try your best not to compare yourself, because at the end of the day, comparison is a lose-lose situation. Like you can't there's no winning when you compare yourself, like so maybe you can like maybe just find inspiration, if that's the thing, like just like a motivation of I want, maybe like when you catch yourself like comparing yourself, first remind yourself like kila mtu ako na part yake.
True.
Like we are all having different experiences, different lives, and then also be like, okay, maybe this is just to show me that I want the goals that I really want, and then that's it. Like,
I really
maybe
like
use
that.
it to inspire you and like keep it moving. And if you find yourself ni kama unajicompare sana, like you can limit watching those people, not from even a bad point, but like you know,
as you're talking, I've remembered something that really helped me like deal with that comparison thing. I think it was a TikTok. Actually, I learned so much from TikTok. But the person was saying, when you find yourself constantly comparing yourself to specific people, like if it should be a source of you to draw inspiration from.
Exactly.
And also it should tell you like that's actually admiration. Inakuwa like a bit negative if it's too much, and it means that's the kind of thing you should be doing yourself. Because that's the kind of thing that
exactly like it's actually like trying to show you something about yourself, like like let's say for example, this is something that me personally I experience a lot. Like I'll have an idea of something that I want to do, and because I'm a constant professional procrastinator, like guys, that's not a good thing. You're not trying to glorify that. Don't be that. Like it's not good, because you're like self-sabotaging. So I'll be like, this is something, I'll have an idea, let's say maybe of a video, I'm like of something I want to do, and then I don't do it, and then I see somebody else doing it,
and then
I'll be like,
why didn't I do it?
And
I get you.
and now you feel bad about yourself because you're not acting on your own ideas. And I actually saw a video the last like maybe a week to like sometime back, talking about if the universe gives you, if God gives you an idea and you don't act on it, that means you're not energetically aligned, you have not aligned yourself with that idea, meaning taking action to making that idea into reality. That idea will go to somebody else, and you'll have to see somebody else doing. Not that we don't share ideas, of course, as creatives we don't share ideas, but if you don't act on your idea, someone else will act on their idea, and then you'll be feeling like,
why did I do it? And then now you beat yourself up.
Exactly.
Alafu sasa kwanza aifanye na ikuwe successful. It's like unajiuliza maswali like, why did I do this? Like, why did I actually
Alafu
unajua, I feel like also that thing ya kukuwa na idea but you're not doing it, sometimes it's a bit of self-doubt.
It is self-sabotage,
you know.
Yeah, exactly. You're doubting yourself. You're feeling like if you do it, it's insecurities. It has insecurities in it. And then, not for me, I'm like in general too. If somebody else has done it, now after by the time you are about to act on that idea, you'll feel like you're not it's not original to you.
Yeah, like you're not being authentic.
Yeah, and it's not that it's not. You had these ideas.
Just the time.
Like, of course, we all share ideas because we're all content creators. I'm sure ideas come to us that are very similar because we're in the same industry. I'm sure other people who are in another industry, they like have the same idea. But like, all I'm trying to say is just act on your ideas. Do them scared. Do them worried. Do them when you're feeling even if you fail, like you have learned a lesson. And although I want to validate and say it's very valid, that's nini fear. It's just that at the end of the day, fear will just cost you more than it is gonna give to you.
That's so true.
Yeah, because fear is not like an instinct. Fear is something that is holding you back. You know, it's not that it's something you have felt like, okay, this won't be good if I do it. In terms of like it's saving you. Exactly. Actually, when you don't act on your ideas, that fear actually just increases. So even the next time you'll get an idea, it's a build. Now you will be more tense. You know?
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Exactly. The more you don't act on something, the more your fear inaku consume, the more inakuwa kubwa. It's like social anxiety. The more you don't leave the house because you're anxious, the more next time it will be harder.
That's so true because I go through that. That's so true.
The more it's gonna be harder. So you need like exposure therapy, like just face the fear, like. And unajua, pia mimi nime experience these things. There are certain things zenye utaona like they're huge mountains, like they seem like huge mountains, like you can't like get through them. And then once you start doing it, you're like wait, why
was I even scared?
What was I even saying? It was not even that big of a deal. Like
true. Can you remember the first, like the moment where you were like, you know what, I'm gonna do YouTube?
Actually, I'd wanted to do YouTube for years before it started.
Really?
Yeah. I'd wanted to do YouTube for like, I want to say 2 years before I started.
Okay.
And every time I would make excuses like, you know, I don't have a good phone, I don't have a camera, I don't have a
tripod.
I love for your time to put in a shigeto.
Oh, so you unaogopa.
So niko like, yo, hata like hata sina space ya kuishi.
Hakuna hysterics.
Hakuna hysterics actually. And I was also like getting to control an issue, a single room.
Oh my. Like, and by you, your mom and your sister,
and my sister. So I tell like, I'm just like, so don't need a shoot what be like the most you can see. Actually, you know what, I should have still shot because then I can do my face this close to the camera, and that's the only thing you're seeing.
You have to not want to focus on.
Exactly. You won't see the background, the whatever, like kitanda ikiwa hapo na kiti, like you won't see that. Like
I get you.
Yeah. So me, my advice is just like, just start.
Wherever you are,
start. Like do you know how much I wish? I know people are always like, "Wow, SERAH umetoka mbali." I'm like, I wish you guys should actually seen kwenye nimetoka. Hiyo hata nilikuwa nime-upgrade. This is something I had to unlearn. There's something when you grow up like poor. Your brain also kind of like has some sort of inferiority like complex in it.
True. Yeah.
Cause you've always kwanza hizo vitu za social class. So nisiguzie hiyo photo.
And you know, funny thing, I still experience that thing today.
You still feel like some sort of way?
Yeah. For real? No, like not. I think it's not internal. I think it's more external.
Really?
Just because someone knows you're not earning this amount of money,
you're
not living a certain amount of place, because them they're there. It's like
uko like
that's.
You
know, oh my god, I don't know what it is with watu wa elitism kujudge watu wenye they're not doing like corporate jobs.
For real?
Yeah, like unaambia mse I'm a YouTuber, una feel tu ile energy like
what is that?
YouTuber?
Get out of here. Bitch,
you know? What is that? Like yeah, hiyo tu ni kusema tu that social
for real
thing, it doesn't end.
It doesn't for real.
It's all through your life. I think sasa tu ni wewe internal
for you to need like you actually have to like validate yourself so much, because I think this is and I know this is not a personal experience, because I know like the experience there are so many people who have been like brought up in like poverty, poor like neighborhoods, just like poverty in general. Cause nakumbuka and I also had like I know several people when you're hivi you feel like you don't even deserve to be in certain areas. Had it like malls. Wow.
You know what? I really relate to that. The first time nilienda mall, ilikuwa Garden City. Sema kupiga mapicha. I was taking so many pictures. I was like, wow.
Because it feels like almost this is not meant for people like you. Like also, you know.
Like inafanyanga assume everything is just so expensive. When some things you can just easily afford. Si lazima uko
imagine.
Hata kama ziko kwa mall.
Imagine.
Like, I think that's part of poverty trauma.
It is. Yeah. You know, like that thing of feeling like you don't you
don't
like
fit in, like fit high places.
Like I didn't nikakwanga like actually who say that?
Yeah.
And nowadays I'm like I had to go to Nenda happy. I'll just be like okay, like I'm even there like making reservation. Mimi kitambo mtu angeniambia like oh I'm going somewhere, I have to make a reservation. Ningekuwa like reservation, what's that? How do you do that? Like ingenishtua Michelle,
ungeona like
what are you talking about?
Person.
Yeah. Nowadays nitakuwa tu like if I want to go somewhere, hey, this is SERAH, I want to reserve, like I'm just like, and I think
that's abundance.
Exactly, and I think it's so good like to I know the fear, I understand the fear, but like imagine just try, go to those malls hata kama unaenda ku window shop, like there's nobody else who is written yeye ndo anafaa kukua kwa hiyo mall na wewe hauko worthy enough kukua kwa hiyo mall. It's like a form of encouragement to everyone and anyone who is feeling they're in a position where they feel like this situation will never change, I will never be able to experience these things, like it will literally change.
It will.
I just need you to be true to yourself. Don't try to chase certain ways zenye unafikiria that's the ways that are gonna make you money, because me I feel like any way that I have tried to like make money it never worked out until the day I decided to be myself.
Oh, for real?
Imagine the moment I decided to be seti before nilikuwa na fake, but I was trying so hard. I was trying so hard to make things work.
Inafanya uko inauthentic.
Yeah, like I was trying to be and like nimetry everything. The Baba lifestyle, it doesn't like I'm telling you I'm not judging who it works for.
Yeah, but
kudos
it doesn't
to you, girl.
work for
Shout out to
everyone.
you. But like, if there's one thing in Nitasema, you don't have to trade in anything, and I can bet my soul on it that it will always work every time. It's you being authentic to yourself.
Yeah.
You following the things that you love. The universe will always reward you. For the people who believe in God, God, okay.
Reward you.
For the religious people,
Yeah.
God will always reward you. Follow what you like. Follow your passions. Be authentic to you. It doesn't mean it doesn't mean be naive and don't see things for what they are. But on a personal level, imagine, it sounds so weird me saying it, and sometimes it can sound invalidating if come I'm talking in a position in here. Like hawana food, which is valid. I'm not talking about somebody mwenye ako kwa hiyo position. I'm talking if kama like umeza, at least you have food. Like, just go for what your heart wants. Every time it will always pay out. The moment yenye nilichoose kufanya hivyo, I can't tell you how my life changed.
Wow.
I genuinely, honestly, mtu anaweza fikiria, oh, Sarah, maybe unadanganya when you say these things, but it's actually true. And it's actually true. Like, I feel authenticity, that's why watch at a love. Before even research was showing, before it was showing like love is the highest vibration, but authenticity is the highest level of vibration.
Yeah.
It will give you anything and everything that you want.
Wow.
Like, that's why mimi inakwanga, that's why I'm talking nikujia like, hey Sarah, I want to do. I'm just always like, we have to start, just get into a self-development. But sasa, I know self-development, it needs you first to have like the basic needs. That hierarchy of needs. You have to first at least have shelter and food for you to start, and like clothes for you to start thinking about self-development. The thing is, those things that are not authentic to you, they always have to be temporary. Never look at them as a long-term solution. Mimi nili grow up, kwenye nilikuwa na grow up, everybody that was their lifestyle. And I'm so empathetic to them. I know, like, like ninaelewa. The thing is that I know with certain lifestyles, your mind gets trapped. And once you get trapped, you're not able to grow out of it, to a different system. So the thing is, if like that's what you're doing, strategize. Be like, maybe I'm giving myself 1 year max. I'm a 2 year max. Within that time, nakuwa nimekuwa na strategy ya kujitoka hit. Because the thing is, always self-independence is the only thing yenye utaweza ku exist bila kukuwa na worries. If somebody else has any sort of financial hold on you, you'll never be in it. And it doesn't mean that self-independence hati hainanga challenges, ikona challenges zake, but at least you know that somebody else is not dangling a foot over you. Exactly. Like ukibehave ama mkosana akikasirika, like all of a sudden, you know, it doesn't depend on somebody else, it just depends on you and the universe. And I feel like as long as you're always authentic to you, the universe will, however that looks like, the universe will always like bless you.
And did you even realize like content is something you want to do?
Oh, that was the question.
No. It's okay, guys. Just keep up.
Yeah. So, one thing about me, I've always like loved makeup since I was a child. I had this cousin of mine, may her soul rest in peace. I used to like play with like angekuwa Q-Tex, you know, Fair and Lovely.
Bleach.
Yeye unapaka unakaa waitwaje? Hiyo time tulikuwa tunaishusha go, hata we had not come to Nairobi. And I used to like take
where was that? Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Karatina.
Okay.
That's in Nyeri County. And I used to like play with her things, and I would get in trouble, but I would pretend like it was not me. And then my mom, when I was a child, she was like to, okay, before things ziende kulaba, when she was still young and tant, hakukuwa na responsibilities. Okay, to Kioshago when I was like, my mom got me at 22.
Oh, okay, that's young.
Yeah, so she was pregnant at 21, she got me at 22. So she would buy me clothes every Christmas. Like hiyo by then nilipanga niko shua nikiwa like a small, like I remember the first one nakumbuka nilikuwa 3 years old, like I still have like was it 3 or maybe to something. I remember this dress na kinifanyia this birthday.
Wow.
And so every time my mom used to if there's one thing nilikuwa najua my mom atafanya ni kunibai yangu ya Christmas.
Your time Christmas ilikuwa na bamba.
Exactly. That's before we came to Nairobi and everything went shaka. So like my mom loved like dressing me up, and I think I loved one thing, meaning napenda ni manguo, and that now with my cousin it came in like now the beauty stuff.
Yeah, the makeup
because even in high school nilikuwa I've gotten in trouble because of makeup.
Oh really?
Yeah. I used to like
dumepaka and then
tunapata punishments, tunapigwa and stuff. Tungeenda anywhere, like me I used to be those people mwenye niko na Aisha, they are green and stuff, like yeah, I loved makeup. Nilikuwa na like napaka like mtu on weekends makeup shule. Nilikuwa na sneaking, like nilikuwa na mstaki kujoin, nilikuwa na zi sneak aje. Nilikuwa na zi sneaking. So after high school I have like certain marks, so yet zime disappear mostly, like zime fade still when zilikuwa before. I'm allergic to penicillin and sulfur, zikani affect. So during that time I used to cover myself. Na venye nilikuwa nimesema I'm about to join campus.
Yeah, you're about to
talk out. You are not ready. Nilikuwa tu like
you are ready.
The universe was like you thought. I used like to cover myself. So hiyo time season ya 2017 kwanza nakumbuka nilikuwa na job fulani ya kufanya delivery Kiambu.
Oh okay.
Kwa pharmacy. Nikitoka nilikuwa na watch videos, like I was like a fan. Actually, fan is not even an understatement. I was a stan of Kim Kardashian.
Oh, okay.
Nilikuwa stan wa Keeping Up with the Kardashians. And like Kim Kardashian used to like nini me so much because she was like fashion, makeup. Yeah, so I was just like anytime angeenda like red carpet, nakumbuka look moja specifically alikuwa amevaa a white dress na akafanya like a Met Gala look. Na ingine ilikuwa like a wet outfit themed thingy for the Met Gala. YouTube ilikuwa like recreating makeup, Kim Kardashian's makeup recreating. So I started watching YouTube, akina Jackie Aina, Dolali, I think that's how we pronounce her name. Makeup by Sheila.
And this was in
2017. I used to binge all those beauty gurus, all of them when you're mnajua like what like Manny MUA, you know Manny? Do you know him?
No.
Oh, what like Daisy. Oh my gosh, what happened by day to Daisy Parkins? Okay, most beauty gurus like wali hawako like YouTube as much. I love Sarai anaitwa Karen. I used to watch makeup, and I just used to watch, and then I was like, I remember watching Akina Jackie Aina's videos, and I was like, you know what, I want to start makeup. I'm so passionate about it. You know, I want to start a channel and like do makeup, like
It was a calling.
It was like a calling, and for 2 years. Actually from learning Nikena do boys, I bought some fake products, nikajifunza nazo, and then I was
boys wearing.
The boys wearing.
Oh, the boys. But I still use some things from the boys. Anyway.
Some things from the boys are actually good.
Yeah.
So nikajifunza, and then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna be a makeup artist. 2018 nika launch my makeup artist career.
Wow. Starting a business.
Nilikuwa nime binge on so many like makeup videos were making me just feel so and then I was the type of person hadi nikienda church, even before that era nilikuwa na mtu naenda church na eyeshadow ya blue ya green,
which was in campus
for real,
na bila hata like
alafu nijiza in the church It's just sikuwa najua about like face makeup, nilikuwa mostly najua za macho na lipstick.
Okay.
Like so niko na like kiblu huku kwingine I have nothing. Hata eyebrows here, I don't have eyebrows. It's just the eyes and the keeping.
Yeah.
And like I really like loved it. So I taught myself at the church guy, maybe by the church, I've always, I don't know if it's always, but like I've always been like, don't be friends with that, she's
like you've been that person.
Yeah.
Don't be friends.
I've been the person when you're trying to warn you, don't be friends with that.
When I was younger, I was the person, be friends with her. But when I turned like in my teenagehood,
really,
sasa nilikuwa the person, do not be friends
for
with
real.
Michelle. Yeah.
For real. Me, I feel like I've always, I didn't come to it, always been like, don't be.
Even when someone is a child.
Yeah, I've always weird. When it came to kwanza fashion, kwanza clothes, I was always like maybe nilikuwa na cap promiscuous or something because of how I'm dressing
by their
and like how by their definition. I don't give like I literally don't. Like church has some of the most like hypocritical people ever. So nikaanza like my makeup nini thingy. So that whole time I was like, I remember there's this friend of mine, I kept telling her, which girl,
if you're watching this,
you should reach out. But it's okay, bygone. Everybody serves a purpose, and like she was nice.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, I used to keep telling her, I'm gonna start a channel, I'm gonna start a channel. And when I finally actually started, kwetu hatukuwa na wifi. Imagine tunataka kwetu naenda kuuploadia kwa.
Wow.
That's so sweet.
That's actually kind. That's
I should
really
reach out
kind
to her, but like maybe she's homophobic, I don't know. Anyway.
But you don't know.
She was so like nice, and then naenda kwao na upload. Sometimes she was not there, it was just me and her mom. Tulikuwa tunapiga story now. Wow. I'm actually so grateful of those times, like the nini zenye nimepitia. So after 2 years of wanting to start YouTube, and a week before lockdown, nikapostingi my first video.
For real?
Yeah.
COVID.
A week before COVID. It was a makeup.
Was in 2020?
2020.
2020. Okay.
It was a makeup video. So my channel was meant to be like a makeup and fashion channel. Hata go back, we look on my videos, ilikuwa makeup and fashion. And one day nikakuwa like, sija shoot any makeup, sija shoot any fashion, like let me do a day in the life. I've been seeing this vlog. And then I posted and people like watched, and then I was like, because I liked like vlogging it with my sister, and I would be like, oh nafuangoa, I'm cooking kawande, I'm cooking jahe.
Just normal things.
Yeah, just normal things. And imagine that's not how I started growing.
Wow.
And I just like kept growing.
Okay. And it comes back to authenticity.
Yeah.
Because kuna mwenye angesema hata vlog akifua.
I know.
Like
at that
it's
time,
not ati fancy.
Exactly. And at that time, sikuona mtu yote mwenye like ati ako ghetto.
Akifilm your life.
Nilikuwa tu nimezoea kuona a day in the life, watu wenye mostly like US content, because that's what even vlogs I used to watch most of the time. And then I was like, let me try this day in the life on my own life. I'm like, now we are here.
That's amazing.
And I was so consistent. Your time nilikuwa na post like 3 videos. And after your time sikuwa na imposter syndrome. I think when you have nothing to lose, or rather when you actually not even nothing to lose, when you have nothing,
you don't.
It's just like actually maybe this is what is like helping me. And I really actually want to go to that version of me. I used to post like 3 videos a week. Now I want to be it's okay because I was busy. But like nowadays I'm like 2 videos. I want at least minimum 2 videos a week. But I'm gonna post 3 videos consecutively back to shout out to that version of me because she was so nice. She was also so
shout out to this version because
I know, man.
Unajua ukiwa your time, this is the future you like. Your time probably hata ungefikiria like you would come this far and still the journey is still going.
Genuinely, honestly, at a sequel, like at my thing is when I was watching Akina Jackie Aina, I was like, wait, like this makeup thing can like change
Your
my
life.
nini, this YouTube thing. So niko like, I'm gonna do it, but I didn't actually like expect money. That's the thing. Of course, ukianza, of course you have, let's also be realistic. There are things about your life you want them to change, but like that's not when you're just like, I want to make money. When you're starting, it won't.
Yeah, I think it has to be something you enjoy.
Yeah.
What would you say to someone who wants to start content? Like, what are your 5 things you would tell them? Whatever number.
Just start. Just start wherever, with whatever. Be consistent. Yes, you'll doubt yourself, but like just try your best to like work through that.
Yeah.
Imagine, that's actually my biggest nini. Start. You will figure out the rest once you have started.
Later.
Yeah, that's my nini.
No, yeah, me, I would tell myself that because that's what I used to do. But I don't have a good phone, but I don't have a tripod, but I don't have this, but even some of those things I don't have till now, like not necessarily whatever. I always equal perfect, but yeah, just start. And if it's something you really enjoy, imagine even posting, even just recording content, you're gonna be feeling nice. Me, exactly. I do feel nice.
It feels divine.
Yeah.
Like,
it feels authentic.
It feels so good, actually.
Yeah. And something unique, or not unique, but just something we have in common. We are both lesbians.
Yes.
Period. And we both and we both live in a homophobic place.
Yeah.
Do you feel like coming out or being out, not necessarily coming out, but just it's out in the open, like it's Siri, for the both of us. Do you feel like that has impacted like your growth, or maybe brands reaching out? I don't know for sure to say this, because there is not like a specific brand in Kenya. We're not working with you because Kenyan brands because you're gay. But like sometimes I think, is it because I'm gay, that
feel like it's aesthetics, which is valid. Like I'm not like entitled to.
What do you mean by
brand.
aesthetics?
So like brands, like obviously, because aesthetics sell more than authenticity. That's what
I feel like you
need to know. Really?
Yeah.
I don't think like not even like a traditional like the one that is with like I don't know how to explain it. Okay, what do you mean by aesthetics?
Okay, my definition of aesthetics is like your background looks nice.
But like the organizational type.
Oh, is it different?
I think that's what they mean by aesthetics, as in like from a point of, okay, I don't know, generally, honestly, actually, from the Kenyan, I don't know. I've thought of it, but I don't know for sure, because CJ and Bertie like, what
specifically we're not
so when it comes to work, I wouldn't say that, because I don't think so. I don't know, because they've not told me that, but I've ever had that thought. Other than that, like, what was your question? Has it affected
do you think
me?
Being gay, openly gay, has impacted like the deals you get?
I don't know, because now I'm not from the brand side of Mimi. I've thought of it, but I'm not sure. But now when it comes to my own personal interactions, actually, come to think of it, I think there's one company I stopped working with, or rather maybe they fired me. They didn't tell me they're firing me. They just kind of like ghosted me, because the woman had told me, Sarah, why are you so like mean to men? This has nothing but to do with me being gay. This is actually from a feminist point. I am not sure if that's why
Did something happen?
No, she was just like, like you're not so welcoming and warm with men. I'm just like the ones that we were working with, like the videographer and stuff. I'm like, sister, I'm being warm. See, as long as I'm being professional, like
work,
why do I have to like kiki and giggle and like being warm to make them comfortable? How about we all sit in the discomfort? Like exactly. Because I was even like when we were doing that shoot, I was like, oh, because they were like making comments, like sexist comments and like sexual comments. That was like, oh, actually, I'm a lesbian, and they were like, oh, all this woman. Yeah, during the shoot, because the comments
and
that
no
they
one
had
stopped
made,
it, like no one,
of course
like,
not
even the owner.
Yeah, hakukuwa hapo.
That's something entitlement.
Exactly, because the girl was like, oh, like he was making like, because like what you were shooting is something that it doesn't have to be sexual, but obviously he was making it sexual. And he made a comment, and I was like, oh, actually, we're not doing that. Because he was like, oh, your man must be so happy, and I was like, oh, actually, I don't. That's so weird. I don't.
Like, if we're here to work, see, I don't work.
Exactly. So why am I? Why is even my sexual like Mimi in the question? It shouldn't even be. Of course, they will be entitled, and they will. But the guys, that's entitlement. It is. So I don't know if it is, but anyway, if it is, me don't care, because either way the universe still rewards me with brands that they actually don't care about that, and they still get work, and I still do work. So that's not an any for me. Although I know for some people that really affects their work dynamic. Tuseme watu wenye hata wako kwa content creation, let's say it's corporate people or whichever sector it is. I know being gay can affect a lot of people with their work. Yeah, but then funny enough, I feel like even in Kenya, like kuna wale content creators, okay, this is maybe it's an assumption, but you can, even their social circle, you can tell this is probably a queer person, but maybe because alishatengeneza jina yake kwa masikio, ameshatengeneza jina, it's like they can't dare say they are gay ama they are in the rainbow community. Maybe because wanaogopa wata lose like partnership. That's so sad. Ama because unajua ukitengeneza platform when you're authentic, people like you will gravitate towards you. But when you're not being authentic, uta get all sorts of people, even the ones who don't really align with you. Exactly. And I'm like, kwanza like wewe umeniambia, it's so everyday. I think even though like people are able to see like, okay, you're clearly part of the LGBT, but if kama you have not vocalized it, it gives you the nini of just staying in the gray area of the wandering area, which are acknowledged, so they can't come to you and be like, oh, you said you're gay. But we are Kuja deny, so they won't be like, oh, we don't think you're gay, like you seem gay. It's so like a safe area. Exactly, it's like just like the perfect safe area. Yeah, I don't blame them, but also I'm like, I really wish they could just be like, fuck you. Ninis and like just Nini, but like I guess that's the game of the market. Personally, for me, I will do it, but I understand why they do it, but because maybe one owner at a risk, like their income, their income. So they just choose to be in the gray area of whereby like I have not outwardly said that I'm gay, but like I'm also not like denied that I'm not. So we're just there. Yeah, we're not judging you, but like do what you gotta do. At the end of the day, you have to pay your bills. Yeah, but I just wish people would like they knew how like accepting yourself is so rewarding. It is, because people who are meant to be for you, if you're aligned, even if you say you're gay, they won't like stop like working with you, because you still have the maybe influence that they need. That's true. Yeah. So when did you realize like, oh my gosh, I am not a hetero? Like, wait, there's a difference between realizing and accepting. Those two. When did you realize? Because acceptance is different. Exactly. Yeah. Acceptance is actually like a journey. Like you have to be like realizing. Well, you remember me telling you that I've always been the child mwenye akona tabia mbaya. It's because like stories used to get like my mom and like my aunt like, oh, I play tabia mbaya with even like girls.
Oh, like Kalongo type.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Guys, what are you? Hi. But you
Yeah.
somehow Jewy.
Yeah.
So that's before we came to Nairobi, and we didn't have TV. As you said, I was influenced by
anything.
TV.
Honestly, there's no influence.
Hakuna influence. I don't know why people
no
think
influence.
that being gay is an influence. There's literally no influence.
Yeah.
So when we came to Nairobi, you know, when a child, like when you make a big shift move, it kind of like messes up with your psychological meaning.
I can imagine.
Yeah, so it's like I suppressed that part of me when I came to Nairobi. Now looking back, there's like, you know, the homoerotic friendships.
Oh my
I had
God.
those in primary school when I came to
best
Nairobi.
friend.
And like being like,
Yeah.
this is deeper than friendship, but like, let's just call it friendship. When I came to Nairobi, but since your time I was not acting on it, but like now looking back at it, the certain friendships that is required upper, obviously
You can tell
it was Nini mom.
Yeah.
When I went to high school, it's like that part of me was fully suppressed, because you know now, you know when you're trying to make your fun jua kungoa.
Wacha.
Hey, I'm not Bontao.
I can empathize.
I feel like in high school I was dealing with so many other things that I didn't even think of. I think I also had like homoerotic friendships in high school, but as it was in a clique, that time I was like, one thing when I was dating men, like hakuna any man I was ever loyal to, but they actually imagine like that, because you don't care enough. I don't care enough. Like you're not like I could never cheat on my woman. Like at any even like this is done, I would rather we just break up, but like than cheat on a girl that I really like. But man, your time,
you are showing them that.
That's after like actually kama they are meaningless. To go in a relationship, but like so I finished high school. I came to realize that years later that people were spreading rumors that I was a lesbian, like I was gay in high school. I'm like, what about me? Let me tell you, I was homophobic. I remember in Form 4. Yeah, I was projecting. I was projecting. When nilikuwa na beef na yeye na stories zingine, but like I made a really homophobic comment in high school. I was friends with this guy and I was like, nini hata ni manene ngoma mwana kulala kwa class nini kumbe ni mimi najiongelelea. Yo, dude, I'm sorry. If you watch this video, I'm sorry for that comment, but hizo vitu zingine zinanifanyia I'm not sorry about. I'm not sorry. And I'm holding this. Now actually text, I think at a mwaka being like, oh, hi Sarah, I see what you're doing. I'm so proud of you. Sijawahi kusamehe.
Like you guys had
of course I don't falling out. Yeah, we were not
I can't believe you were homophobic in high school.
I was like that one time.
Me in high school, I faced homophobia.
For real?
Like people knew I was queer, but I wasn't dating anyone in high school.
For real?
I had a best friend. Luckily, it wasn't even his or vibe. Like it was just like, you know. So rumors nini. Sasa when umesema you're homophobic in high school, I'm just imagining those girls when walikuwa wanaenda kunisema vitu hata haziko. Yeah.
So that one time ndo nilikuwa like I think when I came to Nairobi, schools were not a safe space for me because I was feeling so inferior because of the whole thing ya kuchongelewa, ushago na kuchongelewa and the poverty. Kwanza high school, kwanza ile poverty pia.
Poverty trauma.
Yeah, like watu kukuseclude and stuff. And like amati kama they won't do it directly. Like you know.
Yeah, you can feel it.
Yeah, so that's the only instance yenye nilikuwa like at Form 4 and I made that comment and now like it just reflects like it's because they were reflecting something about me. I'm not saying they were gay, maybe they were just like best friends, but me saying it like that is because it was reflecting something in me because the moment nilitoka hivi Form 4 mimi na wasichana tukazana tena. Imagine.
You mean in high school, like you didn't even try anything?
After I was like,
flirting.
no.
Okay.
Like I would be like close with girls and like I would like love them, but like me, I would think it's from a friendship point. You know that thing of like. But wakati tu nilimaliza hivi high school na mimi sikuwatch hizi vitu anywhere, like it's just like that, but then when I came in Nairobi, the school system, like I suppressed, like I think to keep myself safe, because ushago anything, but then unaona tungekuwa Nairobi anytime mbona ninaongea hivi, it's okay, guys, but then we are drunk.
By the way, cheers to that.
Cheers. We are drunk.
Like absolutely.
We had to take a break for how many minutes to sober up kidogo?
7 to like 10. Like,
was it 10? Maybe 20.
Was it more? Maybe maybe 15-20 minutes to sober up. We drank water.
Now we are back at it.
Yeah, but the conversation be hitting though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Unaona wakati tulikuja Nairobi, so nikuwa shule hata high school, I was not like expressing my gayness, but anytime we would close and then I go back to Shags for visiting, mimi na how them kutafutana, like and flirting and like imagine.
Wow. Were you
even in the primary school? Yeah, we were in the same class.
Okay. Being in like a rural place.
Exactly.
You're kind of you're forced to conform.
Exactly, forced to, and peer like it's a psychological thing whereby like just after you don't have even like maybe peer the exposure and the knowledge to be like you know like I can defy this societal thing. So like you just suppress that part of the courage. You just like suppress that version of you.
You feel like that's you could feel like you have to conform. That compulsory like heteronormativity. Have you gone through that?
I think I went through it obviously before I came out, because that's the thing, I would date men although I knew like I didn't like like them, and I liked girls, but like I would be like, first of all there's the shame you have to deal with, and the guilt, like society, will they accept me, will they like, how is it gonna go, you know, the religious guilt. Exactly, the religious does go. Okay, mini shy, I don't know kama ni shy feel from that point, religion, because we quite like, because even there's a girl we met in church and we would like after church we would hook up.
When I tell you, girl, we have similar stories. Guys, unfortunately, hamtasikia hizo zote. After this, hamtasikia. We're gonna talk about that.
Yeah, this is just the journey to us, like accepting ourselves.
Yeah, but I think me religious guilt. Okay, I don't come from a religious background. Even right now, hakuna mtu kwetu ati ako religious. But I think me really feel me.
My mom is so religious.
For real.
Kinda. I don't know.
Yeah.
But she is.
But you know the thing about like if you're super religious, probably you go to church, and that means the kind of company you have is also like I'm gonna say the word judgmental. Judgmental.
Because most of them work evil by the way.
And you know the thing about church, it's not just about seeking God, it's also like a social,
it's like a
standing
social, exactly,
because si kila mtu anaenda church by the kutafuta Mungu.
Ni ukweli,
kuna wenye wanaenda for the social status, the company, even networking, honestly.
True.
So the fact that, anyway, let me not, wacha turudi kwa Sarah. So you were telling us like kama umewahi feel hiyo compulsory heteronormativity.
I did. And I think as a femme presenting person, it also comes from being socialized from the male gaze, and like the need of male validation, you know. And actually I would say it was mostly coming from that point, because when you're femme presenting, that's like how you get socialized.
Wow. Size yangu. Size yangu everywhere.
Exactly. And in a society whereby you're told like you're supposed to like nini for male validation and being chosen and like being picked and stuff. and pia like from an ego boost. Me actually, for me, I think ilikuwa tu
ego
from
boost.
An ego boost type of thing. Like
I get that actually.
It's nothing. Not that I didn't have ego, but like when I say ego boost, it's not even coming from a point of a team. Like ile ushikwa na ile like, oh, you're like so nini, you like get so many people, so like that's when they're into you. Yeah, when that becomes your whole thing, where you're but like you just do na kati yangu tu, and it starts becoming something. It's like women who okay, I don't know how to
like the pick me.
Okay, not even pick me. You see, like if you're always told like. There's different dynamics. Like if you have a big nyash, if you're always like admired for the big nyash and big nyash and big nyash, like unajua tu unatakanga for the big nyash, like you feel some type of, you feel me and my big nyash, you know, utakuwa like. Yeah. When you get not every time when like somebody like hits on you because of the big nyash, you can like let's say for people who are like, let's say light skin, like as in I'm talking about it from a like these are things that you have to deconstruct, because if you have something that the society has said this is the pedestal and now you're getting attraction from that from that thing, it's so easy for you to like allow that thing to like soothe your ego and be like, oh, but me unajua me, like people just hit on me and be like, so it becomes a source of like hata utaki huyu mtu, but just because amekukatia like uko like me yenyewe me, you get that thing.
Do you feel like it ties into validation? Exactly,
that's why I said the need of
validation.
Exactly, especially because when you're being socialized, you're being as a woman, especially if coming off and presenting, you're being socialized to like want male validation. If you don't grow up in a healthy like home and you're like I'm a society where like it doesn't tell you as a woman you're enough just as that.
As you are,
So I was like, I took an year off dating.
Oh.
Yeah. Like if I came out.
That was like after you had been dating men.
Yeah. I was like, because I was like, clearly this, I used to cheat. Like men were quite to like.
Oh my god.
It was just like.
Like you didn't really value like
exactly. I didn't any interactions ilikuwa to like like tell me how much you find me like
validate me
exactly, and not from a point I don't know these things, you know the two types of validation. From there's a type of validation you don't feel this, you don't know these things and you fear you don't have these things and you want somebody else to tell you. Na kuna ile like you know you have these things and now you want
it's like you have like a power.
Exactly. And now when you know you have that power, you want people to like you know.
I get you.
You get what I'm saying?
I get you.
And when I need we took time of dating, it was like from a point of like I owned my power. Ile like unajua ile you can have your power but you have also given it to other people. Na kuna ile owning your power like whereby you don't need men's validation, you don't need anybody's validation. Of course you'll with some capacity you'll want your partners, you need your partner's validation. I'm talking about when it's male centered, because that's how the society needs you, and it's not even from a pick me point, because it's another different conversation. But like ingine ni kama unakuwa a pick me to yourself some type of way, not ile society ati you'll betray your friend to be picked by a man. Ni ile from a point of me like like these people just they just want me.
By the way, I get
you get what I'm saying. And I was like, cause sikuwa nimekuwa single since I started dating in high school. Nilikuwa continuously
in relationship,
like jump saa zingine niko na 3 at once, 4 at once,
jump mix,
collab. And during that whole time I'm still like learning women and I'm just
for real.
And because you're telling me like when it's a girl I'm just like
blushing
and I'm just like tell me I love it.
Oh wait, let me ask you, like that time, like tell me when you were being like not loyal to the guys you are dating, whenever you would date women, would you feel like this will never be serious?
That's the thing. It never got to dating. It was just mostly like flirting and hooking up.
Okay.
Flirting and hooking up.
Okay.
Flirting and hooking up. And I was like, even the times like I would even like the person I was dating. I remember this one party we went to. The person I was dating then, and this girl like I found so like hot, and we clicked in that. Unajua time, the thing is when you're not out, most probably you also like nini with people who are also not out. So nini wote mnafanya vitu chini ya maji.
Na recognize yana
Chini ya maji na chini ya maji. And I kept, one thing I knew is that I'm not bisexual. Because I would have those conversations with myself. I'm like, am I bi? And then I'll be like, no, I don't think I'm bi. Like from a point of, not that I don't like women, like from a point of, I just don't think bi is me. Until I needed single, and I learned so much. I learned to decenter myself from men, and like that thing ata kukatiwa, it became so meaningless to me. And like the performative, because nilikuwa tuna hii pia kitia like, you know, like I just have my way with men. That's what I meant by ego. Exactly. That's what I meant by ego boost. So I stay single. And you know, funny thing, even when I was dating, most of the men that I was dating, they were quite feminine.
Okay, you know that's funny. When I was younger, the only men I've ever had a crush on were so feminine.
I've had so many dynamics and stories of people who were like closeted lesbians who are also dating closeted gay men. Like it's quite a common dynamic. I don't know why it happens like that. Na nini wote hamjui. Mnaweza kuwa you guys were dating, but like both of you were closeted and you didn't even know.
Yeah.
I've had several dynamics, imagine.
Wow, that's so interesting.
It is. So I like took a year plus of dating. And then I met a lesbian. There was nothing that was more exciting to me. Unajua kwanza nilikuwa high school, nishikatwa na lesbian but alikuwa tomboy. You know, my type mostly was like feminine girls.
Okay.
And she was a lesbian, a tomboy, and nikiwa high school. You know, there's that thing, Geda, even if somebody has not accepted themselves and
you can just
it's not out, you can just like feel the energy and be like,
they don't even have saying.
Exactly. And you know, I've also experienced girls who are like that, and like I'll try like to like hit on them, and they'll be like, no, I'm straight. And then I'll be like, oh, okay. Are you though? But
the
like,
way you be looking at
like you clearly. But I'll be like, okay, you know, everybody has their own journey to figuring out. So I was so excited to meet the first person who is actually like a lesbian, and I was just like, yes.
No, this is after high school, right?
No, time after taking the 1 year off.
Oh, okay.
Because I had multiple girls when you're like just hooking up, and like because they were also internally homophobic. Not the first time that I like me need a lesbian, like somebody who is actually out, like I'm embraced, out, and then
unapologetic.
Exactly. Nimekuwa nikitry ku nini na wao, like ni kama najitetea. I was like, yes, give it to me. And I was like, this is what. And you know what? After that experience, I was like, atuko tumesema hata we're gonna date. Just after that experience of seeing, oh, there are actually people who are like out, like I'm a lesbian. I was like, you know what? I'm out now.
Wow.
I'm a lesbian, and I just want to date women, and like that. And I felt like so I saw myself in them. Because most of the girls I was hooking up with and like flirting with, they were also like closeted and have a lot of internal homophobia, and like they will flirt with you one day and the next day you're going to chat talk like
hot and cold.
Exactly.
That sucks.
It sucks. And walk like the next time, my boyfriend.
Oh my god. What you mean your boyfriend?
I thought, and then wakikaka, because most of the time kwanza kuna wedding fulani ni ange bring up your nini kwa like sawa wewe nini with your boyfriend. I'm not, first of all, I'm not doing threesomes. Nikamwambia wewe kama unanitafuta alone.
Okay, wait a minute, because you've said threesome. This week too I was reading this conversation of how some closeted women they kiss their men like at hizo family, but yeye ndio anaenjoy like it's not only the man who's like
exactly
for this like thing.
But maybe because they are still dealing with internal homophobia, they will like do it in maybe like in terms of threesome. That way they're still able but to like meet that sexual need for like another woman. Another thing with me is now for me personally, like for me it goes beyond sex. Like I want to love a woman,
because I
want to like spoil a woman, cherish and like love and like spoil a woman. So it goes beyond the sexual thing. But imagine they do that. So me or them nilikonga like mimi when it's after peke yako, mimi kifika mambo na boyfriend, mimi hapo siko like just. And anytime I would do that, atakuwa like okay sawa, ama anytime anakuwa cold, I'll be like okay sawa, and then anarudi later ako like oh hi, so you were saying,
oh my god,
and it was a cycle, and it was not just her actually, it was so many girls when you wako hivyo. But the thing is when you knew it by curious, ama like maybe who are like still like dealing with internal homophobia, you become the one who is always like initiating and being like Nini.
That's exhausting.
It is exhausting. But your time, because wherever you have your own internal homophobia which will come out, you just like you'll still go with it. Right now I don't think I would do actually it's the same. I wouldn't do that, but Nina. Actually, that's why I actually stopped talking to her. I was not looking for a relationship, but that whole dynamic. So now that I'm out, your time when I was not out, it was not seeming that crazy to me. But now that I'm out, it seems like, what do you mean 1 minute you want, the next time you like Nini? I had to like stop that conversation because it was just like
Yeah, I feel like once you come out, it's hard to do something.
Exactly.
Like even like me and my partner, before we found each other, we had already decided we are not dating people in the closet. And not that it's bad, like I get some people have to be in the closet for your own reasons, whatever they are. But because us we are out, we're just like, you know what, I want someone who's also out.
Because it actually comes with a lot dating somebody who is not out.
It does.
Kwanza, like at a set, like you don't have to have announced to your whole family and village, but like at least to yourself. And that girl, even though I was not looking for a relationship, even that like hooking up, it's fun at that moment, but like I'm not looking for a relationship and my emotions are not involved, but the whole like, oh, I'm making a scene like after the you know, after like hooking up, oh, did I make a scene?
What did I mean a scene?
See, they have committed a sin to God.
Oh, like I was thinking scene like
like scene,
movie, like scene,
dambi. And I was sometimes like they send you texts where like they're flirting with you and they're so raunchy, and then you'll respond, and then the next minute, at a delete his own message, and be like, no, I actually just thought about it and I don't think this is me. Like I can't like I'm not looking for a relationship with you, but I still can't keep going. Like that 1-2 times we have hooked up, that's enough.
It's too much.
I don't need to, like exactly. And even if I'm not invested emotionally, like in terms of at I love you, I want a relationship with you, even the hooking up, I don't want to deal with all that. I would rather do a hookup with somebody who is out than somebody who is in the closet, especially to themselves. I understand at some point you have to go through those.
It's a lot
for you to identify yourself. But like maybe 1-2 times and like just like maybe explore with other people who are still also exploring
or who want to explore.
Cause and it's not even in terms of come on, you've not dated a woman. I'm talking about if it's being curious, not
like find someone else who's curious and explore with them. I feel like it's really like a problem.
Still fun though.
It's still fun, yes. But now like if you're tell me, for example, you're a lesbian, and the women you're meeting just want to explore, like maybe ni mtoto yuko sure if they are really like
exactly
by curious, ama they just want to try and see if it work out. Like for sure your emotional needs kwanza, they'll never be met there, like unless you just date someone who's actually also a lesbian, or maybe bi who genuinely wants a relationship, not someone who's using you for an experiment. But if you're just out for a good time,
you can, but jua tu maybe itakuwa that one hookup ama two hookup. Even if you don't want a relationship with someone, the constant like mtu, like nobody wants after you hook up na mtu ati unasikia mtu wako like I understand it's a struggle.
Oh my God.
But like
ama kuambiwa like we are doing a scene, so
exactly like why you projecting internalized homophobia on me? Exactly.
I don't think
you've seen this, that's TikTok video I saw. Nilikwambia kuhusu the last time ndakutumia ile. It was like a video, and it was done by like an older lesbian. It's like a poem, and she was, I'm a lesbian and I want another lesbian. That's it, like no other. Not even from a discriminatory point,
it's just
but
preference.
Like that's my preference.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot that comes, it's a journey by the way of self-learning.
If you know what you like, that's what you like. Like hakuna ja kuiova explain
exactly
and this and that. You like what you like, and that's it. So like when you were coming out, did you actually come out, or was it just like you just started living and whoever saw whatever they saw, or whoever assumed? Like how was that like for you?
I came out like to myself first. I remember that experience so well, because after that interaction, guys, but at this point we are so drunk.
Yeah, and like, also the camera keeps cutting. So we're so sorry.
We're about to end soon. Maybe to talk another part.
Yeah, maybe we'll do another part
another day.
Yeah.
But your question was if I
like when you came out. How was that like for you? Did you come out? Were you just living your life?
I just like started being, because nilikuwa vacation, and I was like, I remember the exact moment I had like that nini of like, you know what, like I actually have always like liked women. I've never actually liked men apart from that men validation. I've never actually like found that men at I like them and they're attractive and like they satisfy at my nini, like on an emotional level. But women are just like and I was like, you know what, I've actually always been a lesbian. I'm not even bi. You remember when I was saying that I always knew I'm not bi?
Yeah.
I was like, I'm a lesbian and I'm gonna start dating women. So I came to Nairobi. I came back to Nairobi because I was in Mombasa when I was having that discovery. Like accepting myself. That whole trip was like a whole canon event for me.
Wow.
So I just like started dating my then partner. Yeah, and I think my mom caught on to it. My friends were like, okay, there are certain friends I would constantly, even on my past videos, I would constantly talk about like on Q&As my experiences with girls. Yeah, I just started living me and being me. Like I'm like, whoever wanna question me, you can come and question me. I
feel like siko baya, but sometimes just having that courage, or that I don't care about people's opinions. Like if you don't have that, unaweza jipata umejiingiza in some messes, like there you are getting married to a man when you know very well you're not even attracted to the person at the very least. So I commend you for that, for just being like, you know what, I'm gonna live my life.
So I'm commending you for all that.
Thank you. It's not easy.
That's what I wanted to say.
It's not easy.
It's not easy, but like I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. Like me ata haini kaliangi, like I don't even think there's anything different with my life compared to other people who are hetero. Like I'm just like it doesn't even like, bother me.
It's not like, it's just something about you.
Exactly.
It's just something about you.
Exactly.
It doesn't define who you are. Not that it would be a bad definition, even if it was.
It was, yeah.
But yeah, and I feel like for me personally, like just being authentic with my sexuality and being open about it, it brings authentic people to me. Like I'm not here creating like a support system of people who are homophobic. I'm actually like,
I actually wouldn't entertain people who are homophobic.
I know.
I would rather you tell me this is something I'm struggling to grasp, but like I'm willing to like learn and educate myself on, because I know we have grown up in a society that is very homophobic. But like I'm not doing that. Like I actually don't negotiate who I am when it comes to my sexuality, because that's one thing that like there's no touch like a woman. And love, like in loving, like I just. I honestly never envision myself.
I can't even imagine myself
apart from a woman.
Right? No hate to men, but like, you know, alafu, do you ever like? Would you define yourself as a femme, or do you think you have a label?
I guess labels are based on presentation, not energy.
The same to presentation only.
Representation only. I guess I am, but if
Femme. Okay, to say, but to me, to the term loosely.
Loosely. If you're using it loosely.
Do you feel like people feel like entitled to call you out more for being gay just because you're more like feminine?
I don't know, cause like I've never like people do doubt femme presenting people more. But I've never put myself in a situation where somebody is calling me out. Maybe kwa barabara, like the raunchy men and like being like
ata wacha calling out, like people are more disrespectful.
Yes, they can be, because they're like, how can you be? Because they think like being gay is one way, like one look of like maybe you have to be masculine, and it's so invalidating.
It's very invalidating.
It's extremely invalidating.
Have you ever, because this is something that has happened to me and my partner, me and my wife, like you're somewhere and then someone is trying to hit on one of you.
That's so disrespectful.
And then see later, just kidogo and they're gone once they realize you're dating. Like they're really insisting. Like, have you ever gone through that?
So disrespectful.
It's very disrespectful.
Have I? I think I have, but like mostly like not as much, but like I will sense the energy and I'll be like, no, we are not entertaining that energy. But I know people do that a lot, because people like to invalidate. When they just notice that you're gay, you're lesbian, they'll be just like, oh, we're just passive, we can all just have this because we're all girls. But you will want me. You will want me because you're lesbian and I'm a girl, like you just
because you're a girl doesn't mean.
Oh, actually, you remind me. There's a girl who I used to be friends with, and I was in a relationship, and she would be like, no, I don't think your partner would mind us like making out and shit.
The fuck?
I was like, wait,
what you mean, boo? What you mean?
Like, so for that reason, I'm very like,
just imagine like they're a girl, they think
exactly they think because you're gay, like everyone.
That's really bold of you, ma'am.
Nico, actually I have a type. Like just because you're a girl, it doesn't
mean you're attracted to them. And that's something I went through when coming out, because I feel like my coming out was in phases. Una come out, unarudisha kwa closet, come out, unaji-internalize homophobia, unajirudisha, like it was just a whole baloo. But something that happened ni unaambia msee about you and they're like, so are you attracted to me?
What?
No,
that would actually be my last stroke of friendship.
What? It's just because you're a girl, you assume someone.
Imagine they just assume because you like girls. No, it
doesn't talk like that, guys. Even you, if you're into guys, you still have your type. You still
exactly. You're not just walking around like any man.
It's the same for us, lesbians and other like people in the
woman loving umbrella. Like it's not. I mean, because like that was so, and actually compare, it's so easy for people to be disrespectful when you're a lesbian couple. And there's different types of disrespect when you appear your mask and femme, and appear like you're femme on femme, and appear a mask on mask. Like
it's just hard. And don't forget, there's also like kuna biphobia, there's phobia. Phobic things within the community itself. Like mtu anaona like femme na femme, mask na mask. Unafanya nini?
Like do you have like okay, are you in a relationship? I don't know if that's an appropriate question to ask. But for me, like friends can, I wanted to ask like this, like do you have a type when it comes to like, which is okay to have a type and have a preference. For me, I'm like, because you know people assume, oh, if you're mask you just should have be with a femme. If you're femme you should just be with a mask. If
it doesn't work like that.
Yeah, like
you can be a femme with another femme. Like me and my partner are femme on femme.
Me too,
I guess. Yeah, Sarah over here.
Me too.
Yeah,
actually like that's how I've always like nilikwambia been like, of course I'm not a tibagua ring, like as long as you're a woman and you're out, like you're my type, but like friends, like they just like make me like,
that's what you like
okay, no, let me not even say like a woman who you know how like sometimes you'll have toxic masculinity.
Oh, we don't like that.
I just like a woman who is like, yeah, I'm a woman, and according to how you define a woman, but like I like a woman, like not a distance. Like you get what I'm trying to say.
I get you.
There are people who have toxic masculinity and they just like them. You've ever even tried to date a femme who is like, okay, no, they convert you to being the boy in the relationship, quote unquote, the man, and I'm like,
oh,
babe, no,
did you
we're not
what? There was this famous like YouTube couple, and then when they broke up, the masculine one came out to say that the feminine one was actually like kind of forcing her almost to be more mask.
For real?
Yeah.
No, imagine if when you're both femme on femme, but one is just still like you know what? Regardless of your presentation in your label, I like a woman who is both, who is like a woman who knows like you're both women, you're both going to take care of each other. But like I don't want somebody that is submissive. Actually, honestly, that for me would be like really a piece of like enemy. I'm a somebody who has that aggressive dominance. I want somebody who is like a balance.
Okay.
Like, you know, regardless of their I already have a partner though. But I'm saying even for people out there, don't allow yourself to be somebody who just like
is one thing
forcing you to be on one place and you know that's not who you are. Like just allow like a balance.
Yeah, just be authentic.
And that's what I really like about the babe I'm with. Like she just actually okay.
Like she meets that need
like
for you.
she's so like as in terms of I feel like we are both women. Hakuna mmoja mwenye ana feel any say like we I feel like we are both women. That's what I like regardless of the presentation. I just want
like
us
there's
to
no
both
toxic
feel like
masculinity.
I'm a toxic femininity because you know that's also a thing. Like I just want us to know we are both women. We are both women who are dating another. We are both a woman. Okay, you get what
I get you.
We are both women, and also we are a woman who is dating another woman. So like we are gentle with it. Like you know, like that just makes me so happy.
Yeah. Have you ever experienced like homophobia, like being in the social media space? Is that something you've ever experienced?
I've gotten it in the comment section.
Oh,
but always just like deleted. Honestly, I've also experienced homophobia, like you see, kwa social media space, but like nikitembea, like with a partner who was mask, and like the men obviously. But when it comes to like social media, I do get zile comments bora nyinyi wote mtanyesha.
I know.
Who told you?
So who's the man?
Do you think we don't know? Do you think we don't know?
I know.
We are women. We know. Like, what do you mean that mtanyesha at the end of the day? At sijui naweza gonga hii ubadilike. As a matter of fact,
you wish
wewe
you
ndo utabadilika. Wewe ndo utabadilika uwe gay. Like, as in, like, that's not possible. I think, and people who think that at you're a lesbian, I'm a gay because you've not found the right bro. I've been around the town. Hey, I know.
And let me tell you,
like nothing.
A flip side to that. So hiyo yenye umesema ni like men telling like a lesbian woman, you've never found the right dash dash dash, that's why you're gay. I feel like there's also a toxic opposite. Yeah. Like queer people who are like, there's no queer, there's no straight woman.
And that's
also toxic.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's not. Yeah, it's not good to
because there's people who are genuinely
like just straight and like they like the opposite gender and like that's who they are, and that's okay too. That's absolutely okay. Yeah, but like I've faced like homophobia in terms of that, like comments and stuff, and I'll just be like, bro.
So that's how you have no idea.
Like I just delete it. Like the thing with me, I have no internalized homophobia when it comes to my queerness. Like I don't feel shame. I don't feel guilty.
I like that.
Cause I think also from my point of, I'm very independent. Like I don't depend on anyone, and I'm also not religious. So not that I don't believe in God. I'm a universal nini, but I don't feel like I'm sinning. So to me, the homophobia does not start to get to me because I don't have
internalized
exactly, because it has to be facing something internally for it to affect you, and for me it doesn't. How about you?
I don't think I go through that. If anything, I feel like I used to feel a lot of anxiety around people who know me, sana relatives. Like, oh my god, they're gonna say this and that and that and this and this. It didn't even come from like a religious point, you know. And when it comes
the
to
societal point,
the societal point. But even online, I mean, some days when mtu akinipata in a bad mood, I give them back their energy.
Exactly.
But if I'm in just a mood of like whatever, I just delete
and even when you're returning the energy, because at maybe there are sometimes where I'll get hate comments, whether it's homophobic or just like normal hate comments, and I will return, not even because that your homophobia na get to me, but like leo umenipata by the mood,
like I don't have
takupasha, but it's not because that I'm conscious, I'm self-conscious on who I am and who I'm loving. You just found me in a mood to like exactly I'm in a bad mood.
Okay, I really like that. So being like an out content creator, like I know we've talked about the homophobia and everything, but are there any like good things you've noticed from just being yourself when it comes to being out?
Okay, for me it's always like rewarding, first of all, to myself, in terms of like I always feel the support from the universe and God, and of course now the messages that I get from people, like I say myself, thank you for representing us, and all that stuff. You meet not like in even from a fact of me being gay, like in general, with me being gay. Which one do you mean?
I mean like similar to being gay.
So it's from that, like for me, I honestly, it's the messages people like always are like, thank you for representing us, thank you for helping me accept myself, and like I get those messages a lot actually. And actually, if I've never replied to you, I'm proud of you, keep going, I'm proud of you, period. Like,
be yourself,
you're amazing, like you're amazing, and don't be scared. Other than that, like honestly, I don't like show my queerness so that people can for any specific motive, but like if the fact that me showing my queerness and talking about my queerness is able to like inspire and encourage somebody else to live authentically to who they are, I'm like, I couldn't ask for anything more better. I really like that. And maybe what would you tell someone who is trying to be a content creator, and maybe they feel like their kind of content is new, like no one else is doing it, and maybe they're scared? I feel like that's even better. like you're like the only one in your niche, like go for it. Like hauna any other competition, but if kama like the type of content is new, I understand that it will come with doubt, it will come with fear, but like the fact that it's new, that should be your encouragement, because that means you're bringing something new to the industry, to the space. So like just go for it, just do it. Just do it. Nafeel kama hiyo. I'm like, wait, it's nightly. Yeah.
And like, okay, as someone who's been doing content for some time, what advice would you give to someone who's just like starting out?
I think in the beginning, just start. Just start. And then first step is start. Don't care about what will I post, what's my niche. Just start. Whatever utashoot your siku, start.
Your niche for the day.
Yes, create that channel and start. That's actually true. That's the niche for the day. Start. Be consistent. The more you get consistent, the more you will know what your audience likes, and the more you will be able to like narrow down your niche. When it comes to your niche, let it not only be what your audience likes, but like let it be a mixture. Yes, it's mixed with what your audience likes, but also what you like, because ultimately what you enjoy will also most of the time what your audience likes, it's gonna be also kind of like what you also like. So you see, like I do vlogs, I enjoy doing vlogs, like and people like that, and also sit down, it's part of me, I'm a yampa, and I enjoy those. So I also incorporate them. And you see, the fact that people love vlogs, it also aligns with the fact that I also like making vlogs.
Yeah guys, so thank you so much for watching, and please make sure you subscribe to Serah's channel and my channel. And yeah, do you think we're gonna do a part 2?
I think we're gonna definitely do a part 2. Kuna vitu mingi sana hatujaongelea.
Acha tujamzia.
Tuko tunaenda hivi.
Yeah, but next time we're gonna do it like more structured. Part 2, we're gonna go deep into content creation, and like we just said, red flags, green flags when you're approaching brands, and all these things. And any other questions you might ask, feel free to ask hapo kwa comments.
Yes.
And yeah, I think that's it. Passing shot.
Thank you for having me. I had such a nice time.
Oh, me too.
Yeah. Bye.
Have a good time. Bye bye.